Bitcoin continues to trade sideways post 2020 halving, but most importantly, nearing the end of almost a 1 year bullish pattern with a $24,000 target. That is what we will be talking about today. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that subscribe, hit that like, turn the notification bells on. Welcome to the channel. This is it, the Bitcoin inverse head and shoulders. Yes, almost a year-long pattern on the weekly chart. This isn't clickbait, everybody. There's a target of $24,000 on this zoomed out chart. I'm not saying we're going to get there, but that is the target. This is the data. We are around $1,000 away from bullish confirmation, $10,500 at the neckline. That's what we're going to be digging into in this video. First things first, I came across this article, Bitcoin bulls lose momentum. And I just want to start by saying nothing negative, but I disagree with this. You see a lot of this right now because Bitcoin is trading sideways. If we go to the weekly chart, and this is just a reminder, Bitcoin has been kind of trading sideways post 2020 halving, above 50-week moving average. But I did a video the other day talking about Bitcoin has done the same thing post halving the last two halvings, even back in 2012. Look at that. Look at that sideways trading. So this is very consistent for Bitcoin. If anything, I think that's very bullish. The Bitcoin bullish momentum hasn't even started yet. And this is where it might begin in the coming weeks ahead, right here on the weekly chart, inverse head and shoulders. Let's talk about it. First off, 3,115 trades from the patternsite.com. That's what this data is based off of. This is bulkls. And he has his website, the Pattern Site. If you've been watching my technical analysis, you know a lot of what I've learned and what I share on this channel is based off of a lot of rules applying to technical analysis from the patternsite.com. So let's break this down. The inverse head and shoulders, everything you need to know about it. Number one, and I want to start with this one, the two shoulders should bottom near the same price, be nearly the same distance from head, and look similar. So I want to get this out of the way because this is the one rule that kind of is not applying. There's the left shoulder. Here's the right shoulder. They don't really look too identical, do they? But I want to say this. When applying rules of a pattern to a chart, I think it's important to take into account the environment in which that thing is trading, in this case, Bitcoin, and especially in this case, post 2020 halving. We know Bitcoin has kind of had a tendency to kind of trade sideways post halving. So we have to take that into account as the bulls and bears fight this one out, because that is what an inverse head and shoulders is. It starts with the bears taking Bitcoin down and the bulls stepping back in, finding resistance at a certain area, right? Bears stepping back in even harder to create a lower low, which is the head. The bulls stepping back in and say, no, not so fast. Again, same resistance, neckline. And then the bears saying, one more time, let me try. And then you see the bulls stepping in, fighting right here at the 50-week moving average. Hopefully, one day, getting back to that neckline, the bulls, and breaking through for that bullish confirmation. That's the story of an inverse head and shoulders. That's what's going on the charts. So, second thing, highest on the left shoulder or head, diminished on the right shoulder. So you can see this, and also trends downward 65% of the time. So this is talking about volume. So you look at volume, it's trending down with lowest volume currently right shoulder. You can even see the left shoulder volume higher than that right shoulder. So that's consistent. That is right on. Now, we have this one, a three valley pattern with the middle valley below the others. The pattern should look like an inverted person's head and shoulders, proportional and not lopsided. And here you go. This is upside down head and shoulders. That is what we're looking at. Joins the two armpits. So armpit 1, armpit 2, that is the neckline, joining those two armpits. And then here we go, a higher left shoulder valley when compared to the right shoulder valley results in worse post breakout performance. So that kind of goes with that first point we covered in regards to why is the valley on the right shoulder, not as proportional to the left shoulder. We already discussed that. And then lastly, the pattern confirms as a valid one when price closes above a downward sloping neckline or above the right armpit when the neckline slopes upward. So essentially, neckline breakout is what we're looking for, $10,500 or so. That's the bullish confirmation. We're still $1,000 away from that. Bitcoin's not there yet. And I do want to point this one out, downward leading to the pattern. So Bitcoin has been trending downward leading into this pattern. That's what we want to see for this kind of reversal from, do you remember June 2019 around 14,000 to the March swing low in like the 3,000s, right? We're looking for that long-term reversal, mid to long-term reversal, and here it is. So we're very close in terms of this inverse head and shoulders breakout. And at the end of the day, to really measure the breakout potential for this pattern, you measure the height from the neckline or from the head to the neckline, and that is currently right around $24,000, give or take. That's the breakout target. So if we're going to kind of a cleaner chart here, we can zoom out a little bit and we can really get a sense of what Bitcoin, or how this could play into the story of Bitcoin entering the bull market. And if you've been watching my channel, you know we take this Fibonacci retracement from the bull market high in 2017 to the bear market low in 2018. We have our bull market doors. That is the $13,000 to $16,000 range, this green rectangle, and you can see this would be the story playing out for Bitcoin if Bitcoin breaks through this inverse head and shoulders, makes its way up to its $24,000 target. At that time, if it happens, I know I will be doing videos talking about retracement or a throwback of some sorts back to, at the very least, this Fibonacci channel. That's a big throwback for Bitcoin, but we know in an uptrend, even in a bullish environment, Bitcoin has these throwbacks. So that's one part of the chart to really look at in terms of anticipating Bitcoin entering the next bull market. And we have historical data that really paints this picture beautifully. If we zoom out on the chart, we place the same exact Fibonacci retracement from the 2013 swing high to the 2015 bear market low, and Bitcoin did the same thing. And I know I've talked about this on the channel, but just look how all the charts come together. Bitcoin, sideways consolidation below this Fibonacci retracement, bull market doors, sideways consolidation post 2016 halving before breaking out. And interestingly enough, Bitcoin, when it was consolidating sideways under that Fibonacci retracement, that rectangle, that green rectangle, we're looking at 30% to 55 or 60%. And now, same exact thing, trading sideways currently right now around 40% up to around 70% below the bull market doors. Bitcoin, very much so on pace in my opinion, and it really is playing out nicely. This is almost a year-long inverse head and shoulders on this weekly chart. It's really cool to watch. I'm really curious to see how this plays out. At the very least, what we're looking for, slow and steady growth. It's okay if it's not breaking out crazy and we're breaking it right away. Slow and steady growth on this weekly. Higher highs and higher lows leading to that neckline is what we're looking for. Wanted to share this with you. It's a really sweet looking pattern to track, very bullish for Bitcoin. Let me know your thoughts below. We're going to hit that target. I'm curious to know what you think. Many of you I know think we're going down. Time will tell. If you're here right now, you're new here, subscribe. I really appreciate you coming by as we grow this channel. It's really been fun, and I'm looking forward to continuing to grow. Hit that like button on the way out, and at the very least, everybody, I hope you have an amazing day. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.